Hi! So today I'm going to be talking about products that I recently purchased, and we're going to see if they're tried, tested, and true. One of the things, I probably mentioned it in one of my last videos, but I got this smaller sample of the Laura Mercier setting powder. And this little guy, it's the translucent setting powder. It's 0.33 ounces. It was $28 for that. But I had some Sephora money as a gift card, and I wanted to see what the hype was all about because I heard nothing but good things about this. And you know what? It's true. If you get a gift card and you're looking for a good setting powder, this is fabulous. It doesn't really crease in my eyes. It helps blur out the lines a little bit, and it sets beautifully. And it mattifies my skin at the same time. And what I'll do sometimes is I'll put my primer or I moisturize, and I'll dust a little bit of this in my T-zone, just a little bit, then put your foundation, and then you'll notice that your foundation lasts a lot longer. You might only have to retouch once, you know, with the blotting paper, and that's it. Like, it's great stuff. It's really, really great stuff. And of course, other people will bake with it. I don't do it. It doesn't work for me. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but it doesn't work for me, and it just takes up too much time. So this was a tried, tested, and true. This is a really, really good product. Let's see what's next. Oh yes, so I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in a lighter shade when I want to highlight, you know, under my eyes and my T-zone. But I heard good things about the Dream Lumi Camouflage, and this is the highlighting concealer. But it didn't work that great for me. I'll swatch it. It's really, really, it'd be good for under eye circles because it's so peachy, but it's not really brightening. Maybe because I'm so pale, but I didn't notice it brightened. But I'll have to try it for my under eye like my dark circles, and see if it makes it any better. So that one wasn't so great for me. Let's see what's next. Okay, in a last video I've mentioned this Revlon Volume and Length Mascara, the magnified, and I was saying how it really does define your lashes really nicely. The brush is right here. So it really does define nicely. It does give you some volume and some length. It's not bad, but it flaked like crazy. So, you know, when I was in a rush, I would go for this one because it wouldn't glob on, and it's a drier formula. So it was, you know, if you're in a rush, it's one of the easier ones to use. But yeah, I don't know. It flaked a lot. So then I tried the Falsies Push-Up Mascara from Maybelline. I'll show you the brush. Now, it's weird. It's a plastic brush, and it's supposed to have these U-shaped bristles. I just see a bunch of spiky bristles. This formula is not wet, it's creamy. So what I had to do is take it out, let it set for a little bit, do a very light coat to separate, and then go in with more coats. So it's good in the sense of great volume, and it helps keep your curl a little bit. But you need to take your time with this, and it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I've always said I need volume, 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 and I do, but I also need length, length, length. The older I get, the more hooded my eyes get, so that length really makes a difference. So I saw an in Chatelaine magazine, they were talking about 5 of their top mascaras of that month or time or whatever. And the Marcelle was mentioned. The lengthening, volume, and definition mascara. The packaging's really cool. I like the packaging. And the brush is really neat. It's hard to tell, but there's different length bristles. And it really like picks up, and it really defines your lashes. It's really good for that. And it just makes it seem like you have more lashes because it's grabbing like every little lash that you've got, and it's separating it beautifully. And it does give some good volume and length. You've got to go in with 2 or 3 good coats of mascara to get more of the volume. I'm wearing it today. This has been my favorite lately, and I like it better than the other ones, and you can work quickly because it's not gobbed. But my complaint is that it also flakes a lot. And I try, like, I'm bad for touching my eyes sometimes, and I try not to touch my eyes, and I will notice the flecks, and I wipe it away. And this feels soft under your eyes, so you feel like you can just dust it lightly away without pulling on your skin. I really, really, really wish they would try to make this less flaky. I mean, it is on the drier side, which is good because it holds the curl. I just wish it wasn't so flaky, but it can almost replace my Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara that I hadn't bought because, you know, it's expensive. Mind you, with what I spent on these, I might as well have gone back to get, you know how it is. Anyways, so this could almost replace that. Honestly, it was 13 bucks, and I think I even got it on sale. But it flakes. It flakes. But I love it. Those of you who know and love mascara feel my pain. Okay, so I'm almost finished with my Maybelline Superstay foundation. Those who have been following my channel know that I really love it. I've repurchased it a couple of times, but I was getting to the end of the bottle and having to tap it out, and that's very annoying. I wish all foundations had a pump. So my number one reason for buying this one, this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. It's foundation, sunscreen, SPF 20, and it's the lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one, and it's shine free. So the number one reason I got it was A, it has a pump, and B, this has great reviews all over YouTube. I've seen different YouTubers and it has good reviews. The lady in the store, she said, be careful, it's got like really, really high coverage. I'm like, okay, I don't see the problem. But so the first time I put it, I tried it with a damp sponge and I noticed that the foundation moves around. So you've got to really work hard to blend it in. But once it's set beautifully, like a bit of a powdery finish. So I'm like, okay, the next day I tried it with a different brush, like a brush this time. And same thing, like it would just move around and I couldn't understand, but I kept wanting to try it because once it's set and it was blended, it was beautiful, and it really does last all day. I have to retouch once. So the third day, I'm like, I'm going to try it with my, you know, my slanted retractable kabuki brush from Real Techniques. I like that one the best because it's really soft and it's really big, so it covers more area quicker. And then I reread this and it said it came with a primer. Like there's primer built in. I'm like, maybe it's not playing nice with my primer. So I tried it without the primer, and yeah, big difference. You do have to work quickly because it will set fairly quickly, but it blended much better without primer. And it lasted just as well as if I had primer before. I retouch once, I use a blotting sheet, and then I might dust some powder. If I'm going to wear my makeup for hours and hours and hours, and I might retouch once more, but really I was pretty impressed. Like the primer in here really does work. It really does stay shine free. It sets into this beautiful, soft, powdery finish, but not powdery. Anyways, those who have used it probably know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I'm impressed. And it's got SPF 20. Like that's, if I forget, on those days I forget, at least it's in my foundation. The color is, you can't really tell it through the camera, but the color is a tad light for my skin, which is not a problem because I go in with bronzers and sometimes I contour, and most of the time I contour with either a bronzer or a contour, but I'm adding warmth to my face, so that's not the big deal, but it's a hint pink. And my neck, like the rest of my skin is a bit yellow tone, but I have pink undertones in my face, so that's why I like foundation with a bit of yellow in it, just to help balance everything out. So that would be my only complaint, but I'm in the color 910, which is classic ivory, so lighter colors tend to be a hint pink, and they tend to be a little bit harder to blend. I don't know why that is, but that's it. But really, besides that, I'm really happy with the foundation. I did a little bit of a NYX mini haul, but I really wanted to try their NYX liquid suede liquid lipsticks. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the picture that I put of me wearing this color, tea and cookies, and I really, really like it. Now, I've been wanting to love matte lipsticks, but they don't love me. They feel very dry on the lips, they look really dry on the lips, and it's not pretty. So I heard that this was a good, give you that matte look without sucking the life out of your lips. So, and it's true. It does feel a little tacky, but it does have that matte look. I don't know if you can see it. So it does have that matte look, but without being too drying. It has a decent staying power. It does come off when I'm drinking coffee or whatever, but most of the color stains my lips. I wanted something a little bit more mauve, This came out more pink, but I still love the color, so I want to go back and try to get like a more mauve color. And I really want to try like the really cool darker colors, you know, but maybe I'll venture there. I'm a little bit hesitant, but I really, really like this. It feels comfortable. It gives you that look. It applies pretty easily. I really like the wand. It's a bit flexible too, so it's not scraping. It's nice. It's really, really good. I love it. And I am a big fan of their butter glosses, so I wanted to try their butter lipstick. This is in the color Lollies. It's really, really pretty color. There's a swatch. So it's like this corally pink. This is a lipstick. It smells nice too. This is a lipstick that moves around a little bit on your lips, so you've got to work it in a bit. But the same as the foundation, once it sets really nice. It's a bit lighter, but I like that it's a bit lighter because it brightens up my face. But you could always put a darker lip liner and do an ombre effect, but it's nice. I don't know if it's because it's lighter or maybe all their lipsticks are like that. Maybe you guys can tell me, but I didn't expect it to have to work so much. You know, I'm used to, you know, with the Maybelline lipsticks, you know, you swipe, done. But this, you've got to kind of blend it in a little bit. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. And I wanted to get a new liquid liner. I like the Maybelline liquid liner that they have, but I found that the felt tip was long, and that's fine for some people. That's not really a problem in general. But for me it is, because I have hooded eyes and they're a bit droopy at the ends, and this eye is worse than this eye. So I wanted to try this. It's by NYX. It's called the Super Skinny Eye Marker, and it has a shorter felt tip. So it's a little bit stiffer, but it's not scratchy. It's a little bit stiffer, so it's easier for me to work in the folds and whatnot. So it applied well, it didn't skip, it's not dry, it's liquidy, but the lasting power is it's crap. So try with an eye primer, or you can go in after with a gel. When I bought the Maybelline gel, I forget the full name of it, but the Maybelline has a gel liner that came with a brush. It's really good. So when it's really new and fresh, it's super easy to apply. But once you've had it for a while, it starts to dry out and you've got to work it in your hands a little bit. So if I have the time, then, you know, I'll take the time and I'll use the gel liner. But this could be a good template, you know, and then that way you can go in after with the gel. And there's less room for error. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect because you've already got something on underneath. But today, because I'm just wearing eyeshadow, I just put a little bit, mostly on the ends, but it really makes making a wing liner for hooded eyes easier. I just wish it had staying power. It's not too shiny. It says it's carbon black, so it's not too shiny and it's not too matte. Like, it's really nice. I like it. Like I said, just wish it had the staying power. So yeah, those are the products I've purchased, that I've tried and tested, and some of them are true and some of them are not so great, but those are the ones I've tested. And again, whatever didn't work for me is just my own personal preference. If you've tried any of these products, then please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye.